How's it going, and welcome back to the semifinals for the SCR Startup Tournament. Let me go ahead and swap to the in-game screen real fast so that way you can see Anuka and I's little sitting area here real quick. Look at this. Look at how cute this is. Babe, you want to talk about why it's themed like this real quick?
Oh wow. On each side we have a Timothy, which is the snowman. He's our Lord and Savior of the winter. Yeah, that's it.
Basically, after the startup tournament, we're gonna go into a small little break from tournaments, and then we will be preparing for the winter tournament. And if you guys tune into tomorrow, which is the finalist, the finals, then I will be leaking one of the winter tournament maps, and there might even be 2 leaks tomorrow as well. Another thing that I want to add on to all of this really fast is that I'm super excited for this, and that another thing that you guys should know and look out for is that whoever wins here, CDCI or TSH, they will be going on to the finals tomorrow to face off against COTBG. Let me go ahead and see this. Okay, now we can finally start introducing the teams and the outfits they're going to be using for today.
Yeah. This is gonna be fun.
And on the red side, we have CDCI. Here they come out of their spawn, dressed up as Christmas trees. Look at them go. I actually love this outfit. I love this outfit. Sponsored by Christmas, and I'm not saying that because I'm not getting caught. But I love the outfit. I love the outfit. And on the TSH side, the blue side, I should just say, on the blue side, we have the Nico maids. The TSH is dressed up as Nico maids. And they have pink guns, too. They're rocking it. They are Serpent's maids. I love it. I love it. So now we have the Christmas trees versus maids. That is fascinating. Now I'm going to get up, and I'm going to go ahead and introduce all the players here. We have Angelic Sky, also known as Sky, leading the team alongside Ryfan, Miner, Sauce, and Azorius. And on the TSH side, we have Pear leading the TSH side, joined by Steven, Kiwi, Blakos, and Addicted. And those are our players today. I'm going to go ahead and send them back to the locker rooms. Let me know in the chat which players you guys are looking out for in this matchup here today. Let me go ahead and send them back now. The Christmas Insiders. I like that, actually. Christmas Insiders. That's clever. All right. Swapping to intermission real fast as we get everything set up. By the way, chat, there's one thing that you guys missed I thought was really cute and hilarious. Nuke said, get. We were sending them back to the locker, so she was like, get. I love that. Alright, are you ready for the predictions, Anuki? Hopefully you guys got in your prediction votes, because by the time you guys are hearing this, the prediction votes are over. So let me go ahead and end the poll right now as we're talking about it really fast here. The winter tourney theme, you already know. I'm super excited for it. The Christmas tree is a little different. It is, but I love it. It's fascinating to me. All right, here we have the predictions. Are you ready to hear about them, Anouk?
Yes.
Here we have, out of 59 votes, CDCI has the popular vote with 55% and TSH with 44%. At one point, the CDCI and TSH votes were actually at 50-50, exactly around like 40 plus votes, I think. So that was impressive. But we have kind of a little bit more of a split decision. What are your thoughts on all that?
Oh, well, I just know that like it could go either way, you know, because like with the last match, a lot of people picked like, I think Fire Team Nova it was, but then it went the other way, and then like the other team won, which is like, I don't know. I just feel like no matter what the votes are, we never know.
Understandable. I don't know how to feel about this. I can see why CDCI has a popular vote, but I can also see why TSH could have had it as well. But I was thinking that TSH has proven themselves time and time again in this tournament so far, and CDCI has proven themselves, I believe, once or twice. So that's really interesting. Also, yeah, I see you in the comments. I see you in the chat saying that there was a past match that was rigged, but I assure you, our referees keep their eyes out for any sort of rig, so do not worry about that. Anywho, let's go ahead and introduce the map that we're playing on for the first round. It looks like, well, not the first round, the first map, and it is going to be Cargo. I'm gonna be honest, it's not my favorite map to watch, but it is interesting. And the reason why it's not my favorite map to watch is just ultimately because I'm not a big fan of how slow it plays out. I kind of like the more fast-paced maps. But then again, I also really enjoy the strategies here. I feel like there's just like a severe bottleneck in the middle here. By the way, Anouk, if you want to teleport to the top, feel free to. We'll try to see if there's any referees above the. It doesn't look like there's any yet.
That's okay.
And it looks like out of the gun bans, we have the SCR being used. Okay, I love to see the SCR being represented in the tournament some more. Go ahead and get myself in place. But yeah, so it looks like we're going to be using the SCR. I'm going to quickly TP to you real fast because I want to fix something real quick. I don't like... it's kind of... Ah, my night vision! My night vision just turned on. Yeah, it's because I think it's... Hold on, I'll fix it right now. Watch this. I'll go ahead and like make it 0.9. I think that's a little bit better. It's just because, like, I gotta be able to see it through it a little bit better. There we go, perfect. Alright, awesome. Let me go ahead and rush myself back into place. My legs! Alright, let me get myself back here. Alright, perfect, okay. You guys just saw the background work right there. Now, can we do so much background preparation work for you guys for this tournament? So that would be boring to watch that all. Anyways, here we have the teams getting ready, and I think we just got the PMs for they're ready. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and tell the lead referee to hit it. But those were the players. Let me know in the chat what players you guys are watching in this matchup here. I'm gonna be looking at primarily, some of the TSH players, as they have played quite a few rounds. I want to see how they play out this round as well. But the CDCI, I'm looking forward to seeing them play out as well, because honestly, I haven't seen anything super flashy from CDCI yet, but I'm really excited to see something flashy come out of the matchup. All right, TSH and CDCI now meeting up in the middle.
The trees versus the maids.
It is.
I love it.
You know, I'm gonna be real. I think that the CCI may have a little bit of a disadvantage here with how big their cape is.
I hope so.
Let's see here. So it looks like both teams are going to be kind of careful and more aware this time around about their arms sticking through the barricades, because if you stick your arms through the barricades, you have a higher chance of getting shot at and ultimately taken down. We have a teammate on the CDCI and TSH side push up on the middle. We have TSH moving around to try and peek, and one TSH down, two TSH down already off of their initial fight there in mid. We have two CDCI up in the top middle area right now, and they're going to be pushing. We have a CDCI pushing up on Steven. Steven's going to be taken out. Pair getting the trade there. Now we have two TSH left alive against 4 CDCI. Not looking good right off the bat for TSH, but that's okay. Maybe this is not their map, but also at the same time, this is only the first round of this map overall. Here we have TSH holding down the defensive side as much as they possibly can. TSH taking a nice strong peek. That was Payer taking out one of the CDCI members right there, falling back to the defensive position after getting the one nice peek there. It is now a 3 versus 2, and TSH is down 1. You have the TSH member falling back to the behind the blue crate there, and trying to stay in that middle area. They're trying to stay on their side as much as they possibly can. Keep in mind that each of these rounds is 5 minutes long, and if the time starts to count down to the very end of it, one of the teams is going to end up having to rush. When will the tournament be tomorrow? When are the finals tomorrow, if you remember, Anouk?
1 p.m. EST, I believe.
1 p.m. Eastern, potentially. Don't worry, though. It's going to be scheduled tonight after the tournament. What does CDCI mean? It means, Class D Chaos Insiders. Took me a second there. If you guys want to, feel free to join either of these factions. Go ahead and feel free to look at their Discord servers in the description, or you guys can join the SCR Discord, or even the my community Discord server as well. Looks like there's a pretty strong stalemate between these 2 and 3 players on both sides here. TSH and CDCI are not able to push up on each other. However, TSH does have a lot less of their area to themselves because they lost it because of their initial beginning fight in the middle area. For the referees today, by the way, everyone, I want to go ahead and give them a quick shout out. We have Get2, Noble, and Mr. Myth. In the Discord, Get2 is known as Marshall, and Mr. Myth is known as Diamond.
Oh, really nice.
Won't be able to do this tournament without our referees, so much love to them. It looks like we have a really strong stalemate here. Nothing is really actually happening here in the middle area as they just continue to try and fight each other here, with ultimately not really accomplishing much. The time will only continue to tick downwards, though, on this battlefield.
Like a stalemate almost.
Yeah, it's a very
Like,
hard
none of them
stalemate.
are- Every time one of the TSH people move, all of the CDCI move out. It's so funny.
They're both trying to bait each other to shoot each other at the moment, which is completely understandable, but it's like, it's not really working out in either team's favor. None of the teammates are getting low at this point. However,
They're all jumping.
However, they're all using the SCR, which means that a lot of damage can be dealt here.
I was playing Peekaboo.
Oh, the timer is counting down now. We have TSH moving up to the middle here. TSH rushing a little bit, getting one on the CDCI side down. TSH falling back to their side of middle, and they're going to be having one player push up, and it's going to be Payer being extremely aggressive, and will be immediately taken out, and so will Addicted, unfortunately. So we have 2 left alive for CDCI, and the first round of the first map will go in CDCI's favor with 2 left alive. I have to say,
And
excellent
that
execution
countdown-
already.
That countdown came and helped save us from the stalemate.
Which is why we have a time limit.
Literally.
Could have gone on
they
forever.
both would have just stayed there.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. TSH did end up going on the defensive there, and we're doing pretty well at the very beginning of that little timer countdown, but was ultimately taken out due to the 2v2 that they ended up in. But they got that one player off guard on CDCI's side, who I believe that the person that they took out probably got some damage off on the TSH members, which ultimately just helped the CDCI continue to roll over the ending part of that round. But that's okay. Round 1 is only round 1. If you use Shift P, it would make it look way better. If you're talking about this is Shift P. If we're talking about this is Shift P. I was already using that for that entire round. What were you saying? Sorry.
I feel like if TSH wanted to, they could make a comeback. Like, since it's only round 1, it's not like a big thing. But I'm proud for both teams.
I like the way that they both.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. I really love all of their outfits, and I like the Christmas trees. It's so cute. Have you seen the TSH? It looks like they have little needles or something.
Let's go ahead and take a quick look at them now. I mean, they're not wearing that outfit anymore. They're actually in a different outfit this time around. They're no longer in their Nico's maid's outfit anymore, unfortunately.
They're not cute anymore.
But that's okay, because you know what? The CDCR are still representing their Christmas trees.
Like, yeah. Watch they both turn into Christmas trees.
I'm gonna go ahead and wait for the countdown, and then we're gonna watch TSH run out of their spawn, and then next round we're gonna watch CDCI.
They're already out.
What, they're already out? Oh my lord, I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
Did I lose any casualties then? Oh my goodness gracious, I didn't see the countdown.
Still good.
Okay, unfortunately we didn't get to watch them run out, but now we have both of the teams holding up similar position and formations in the middle area here. I'm so sorry for not capturing them running out on camera right there. That was my bad. Oh lord. I gotta say, TSH really went for the all black uniforms this time around. You know, also in a way, CDCI somewhat blends in with their side because of the red.
Definitely.
I feel like this one's gonna end up getting to a countdown as well, though, because of the stalemate already happening at mid. Sorry, go for it.
You know what would be really cute? If we had Christmas trees versus snowman.
Maybe in the winter tournament.
It'd be so cute. But anyways, like, back on topic, I feel like both teams, TSH and CDCI, are very, like, defensive playing teams. You know, like, their strategies typically are more defensive than other teams we've seen in the past.
Well, we've actually seen both TSH and CDCI be extremely aggressive before, but this map, on the other hand, it just extremely promotes that defensive play style.
Definitely. I just feel like I haven't seen, like, either of them be super aggressive.
Yeah, not until the countdown, unfortunately. But that's how it normally goes down with this map, though. Cargo normally leads to the time and running out. TSH, though, trying to take as many palm shots as they possibly can, trying to take out as much damage on the... Wait, my words were messed up really badly right there. But the TSH are trying to deal as much damage to CDCI members as they rotate around on the CDCI side. I've seen a lot of rotations going on the CDCI side, though, which is really interesting to me, since you don't get to see a lot of that. There's actually some bullets that connected from CDCI at the top left behind that barricade, shooting at the high ground member on the TSH at the bottom right. Some bullets connected there, so they're gonna have to be a little bit careful about that. Not to mention, on this map, not only is it defensive, but you have to be careful about your arms sticking through the barricades here, as your arms can get shot through the wall when that happens. TSH now trying to push up and claim more of the map on their side, but that means they're leaving less of the players on the high ground, so we're gonna have to see where this goes from here.
This is exciting. I love it.
It's extremely exciting.
So TSH lost one? Wait, no. Wait, yeah, no. They didn't lose any. Neither teams have lost any, but... Ooh! Do you see that?
I did. TSH jumped over the barricade and would try to do a little bit of an aggressive push there, but then fell back and surprisingly wasn't taken out going that far out there.
I think he caught them off guard. I think they didn't even know.
I mean, there's still 0 casualties for both sides, so it's going to be interesting. This would be the first time in SCR history seeing both teams have all 5 left alive at the end of a round. A 5v5 rush sort of situation would be very interesting, if I'm completely honest.
I wonder what goes through their head whenever, like, they're in the VC while doing SCAR. Like,
I'm not sure either. I wish that I would know about that as well. Also, the formation that CDCI is having right now on their side for that defensive positioning is actually a very popular strategy that we've been able to see used in the startup tournament. I can tell... Oh, one down on TSH's side as that nice peek from CDCI at the bottom barricades there. Very nice peek.
I'm off guard.
That's the one thing pretty much all the players have to be aware of, is those type of peaks right there. The countdown is going down now. Both teams are trying to get to a position where they can eventually rush up and push. TSH, though, with one person down. 2 people down now as another amazing peak right there. Another peak from CDCI. There's going to be more players taken out now. We have 4 left alive on CDCI side. 2 left on TSH. CDCI is pushing up now with TSH falling back to the best of their ability. 1 left alive. The last alive is going to be Blakos, and they will be taken out with 3 left alive in CDCI's favor. 3 left alive for CDCI, and they will take a second round in their favor. I gotta admit, I think that CDCI in this situation here, and this map particularly, really fits their playstyle, and I think that CDCI might just be the better team here on this particular map, though. If we go to a second map, there's a higher chance that I think that TSH would win, depending on which map it is next. The only reason I say that is because I think that CDCI has mastered being able to play a little bit more defensive and take the shots that need to be taken and catching some TSH members off guard. As you can see right there, TSH was trying to be more aggressive. They were trying to push up onto the CDCI side. I'm not exactly sure how, but some of the TSH members were ending up getting taken off guard. CDCI was able to capitalize off of that, and they were able to slowly but surely take one out at a time on the TSH side up until the countdown happened, and then we had to call the rounds for both CDCI for both of those rounds there. Either way, though, still amazing work from both sides. It takes a lot of work to still stay alive for that long to a point where the countdown has to be called. Which immediately shows that neither team can be steamrolled over by each other on this map at the current moment, because if that were the case, then one team would be immediately wiped out, probably before even the countdown were to occur. So very impressive work from both sides so far.
Very true. I wish them both good luck.
I mean, getting this far in the tournament, I would really hate and be sad to see either team have to go. But that's just how tournaments work, unfortunately. One team has to get eliminated, and one of them has to go forward with the tourney.
But the thing is hopefully they both come back for Scar Winter.
I hope so.
They can redeem themselves.
Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and watch TSH run out of their spawn this time. And it looks like they're going with the same uniform, except they were unable to hat one of their members over on the TSH side. That's completely fine, though. Alright, here we go. We're going to watch TSH as they rush out of their spawn. I'm not sure if the countdown has started yet, but I'm assuming it has.
Yes.
The doors will be open any second now as they will be rushing out. There we go. The TSH side is now rushing outside of their spawn. They're going to meet up in the middle once again here. And TSH immediately trying to take as much of the middle ground as possible in this strategy here. Going for the not really so defensive strat, which is understandable here. I mean, it's still defensive either way because that's just the nature of this map as a whole. But it's a different formation that we don't see quite often in the startup tournament. CDCI take up their same formation they were using last round. It's actually a really solid formation if you want my honest opinion. There's going to be lots of bullets being traded back and forth, but they're not going to connect with either teams here. They're going to try their best to connect any of the bullets possible that come out of their gun, but it doesn't seem to be working for either team at the moment.
They all keep trying to compete and trick each other.
I wonder how much ammunition gets wasted in these rounds as they try to just get people to bait or any sort of things like that. That's
True.
like, I want to know how much ammo they have by the time that a round ends. One down for CDCI side as they get taken from long range. And now it's 4 versus 5, and CDCI is going to take a peek, and they're going to take one and get taken out themselves as well. It's now a 3 versus 4 with CDCI one man down in comparison to TSH's side. TSH taking the upper hand here in numbers, at least in members, so we're going to have to see where this goes from this point forward. A little bit of some interesting gunfights there. I guess some teammates were getting taken off guard, and a CDCI member over-peaked their boundaries there, and they immediately had backup to back up the player that was getting peaked on the TSH side, so they got a trade. TSH now moving up, and they're going to try to hold their position, so in sort of like triangle, at least that's the way I see it. I'm trying to think of all the angles that they have possible. The only angle that they don't really have covered, it looks like the low ground member on the top for CDCI. Actually, they do, because they have someone on the high ground on the bottom right there that I just barely saw. TSH is going to be trying to rush around the corner and try to taking out one of the CDCI members, but will get back into cover before getting taken out themselves. But they will end up taking out one more CDCI member, actually. I didn't see that happen, but it actually went down. So then we have 2 CDCI versus 4 TSH. We have TSH now moving up, trying to get the peak here. And as they get the peak, they're going to try to fight this CDCI. And one more CDCI will be taken out. And we have one left alive, and it's Azorius on the CDCI side. Can they clutch this? Azorius went for a really, really brave peak there, but will ultimately be taken out. And there's going to be 4 left alive in TSH's favor. We are now at a score of 2-1 with CDCI still in the lead. Also, for all those of you guys who are wanting to join, this is a tournament event, so I cannot allow normal viewers to attend, as they would have to be on a competitive team to join in this event. Nuke, I'm zoomed up on you. Let us know what your thoughts are so far.
Well, I keep zoning out, but yeah, this is pretty good. We're gonna have the Scar Winter come up. It's gonna be great. Gonna be fun. Lots of snow, lots of Timothy's. Maybe I'll make a penguin. Who knows?
I love how you're just like, yeah, I was zoned out.
I'm sorry.
At least you're honest. At least you're honest.
That's all I want to be, is an honest person, okay?
What I love about the speed of both of these teams getting your setup, though, is that we're already 32 minutes into the live stream at this point, and we are already done with 3 rounds in total, and whichever team wins 4 rounds will end up winning a map point. And out of the map points, whoever gets best of 3, so basically whoever wins 2 maps overall, will win the overall matchup here, and we will see that winning team in the finals tomorrow. And I know that you guys want to join in the chat. I'm going to say this one last time. You guys are not able to join unless you are on the competitive teams for either of these factions. Go ahead, Anouk.
I don't remember what I was gonna say, but I really like this so far, and the countdown's fun.
Here we have the countdown, and this time around, we're going to go ahead and watch CDCI as they rush out of their spawn this time instead of the TSH.
Jeez.
Here we have CCI rushing out, and the TSH and CCI are now going to be meeting in the middle here. TSH is holding up their position that they had last time once again. It worked out for them in the last round. Gotta say, this is really impressive so far. Also, crazy voice changer. If you're talking about a nuke, that is not a voice changer. That is her actual voice.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize to someone who's just calling you a voice changer. Let's see here. CCI taking a peek there and will ultimately get taken out, as that peek did not go in their favor, unfortunately. 4 left alive for CDCI now against the 5 TSH members here. Also, thank you, Rise, for saying that only tournament members and referees can join. That is exactly the case here, unfortunately. But who knows, maybe in a future live stream I can set up one of these maps or something in a private server or something, and then we can have you guys compete instead for fun. That could be a fun time as well. Anywho, going right back to this match, we have 5 left alive for TSH, and we have 4 left alive for CDCI. At the current moment, as it stands, CDCI is lower by 1 member on their side in comparison to TSH's side at the moment. TSH holding down their lines here, trying to get as many peeks out as possible and hopefully bait out as many of the CDCI to get a peek, so that way they can deal as much damage as possible before the initial clash between the 2 teams, if that ever comes to it. I feel as if the majority of the beginning parts of this map are just kind of like getting the enemy's health down as much as possible before the ultimate big clash that will eventually end up happening as the time continues to tick down. Keep in mind that every round can only last up to 5 minutes maximum. We We have some rotations going down on the TSH side now. Not exactly sure if that's due to health reasons or if they had to just rotate for, it could have been for anything, honestly. It really makes you wonder what type of things are going through and the players' minds as they peek and stuff like that. We got another TSH going around the pillar and taking the shot on CDCI, taking out another CDCI member. We have one left alive for CDCI. It's going to be minor, and they are going to go down. And it's going to be a flawless round for TSH with the 5 left alive in TSH's favor. TSH came back, and they have now 2 rounds in their favor, and it is now 2-2. With neither of the team in the lead at this point. Sorry, everyone in chat. I gotta clear out my nose real fast. Okay, I'm much better now. I'm much better. I'm much better now. You guys ever have that time when your like nose just gets kind of like clogged up? At least it feels like it is, or something like that. Maybe it's just allergies or something. But yeah, that's how it was for me for a second there. Here we have CDCI getting themselves set back up now as we zoom down and look at them. They're getting set up in their uniforms once again as they get prepared for the upcoming next part. And we have the TSH already set up in their uniforms. You like to see how fast these teams are able to get set up.
I'm not wearing the Christmas tree.
The Christmas tree outfit anymore?
No, we took the trees off.
That's completely understandable, though. It did make their hitbox bigger, if you want. If you ask me. I'm pretty sure that, depending on the hat, it can increase the hitbox.
To make it fair, the other team's gonna wear snowmen. It'll be so cute.
Oh, are they gonna end up dressing up as snowmen? Doesn't look like it.
They're not fun.
Hey, they were Nico mates for at least 1 round, though, to be fair.
That doesn't count. Like, they didn't stay with it.
I think I actually got a PM and I just didn't see it till now. My bad. Alright, there we go. I just told the lead referee that we're ready to go. And this time we're just going to continue to watch these rounds from the bird's eye view, as it's kind of hard to watch either team rush out anyways. Also, thank you so much for that, Accelerator. I really appreciate that. We'll go ahead and zoom out as the teams start to rush down towards the middle area here. We have one of the members on the CDCI team looking different than the rest of the players, which could lead up to something bad or good right there. TSH has one member already down there in the middle here. We're going to have another peek from TSH, getting a trade-off now, 1 down on both sides. TSH holding down their positioning here, and they're going to catch one of the CDCI rotating from one side of mid to the other side. And now we're going to already have a 3 versus 4. And in favor of TSH, actually, as they have 4 alive versus CDCI's 3 left alive. TSH really going for as many peaks as they possibly can get right now. TSH going really aggressive, taking one out on the CDCI side. CDCI going to be trying to capitalize off of that, and they're going to immediately get taken out. We have 1 left alive. It is going to go into TSH, though, as the last member of the CDCI will be taken out with 4 left alive. This round goes into the favor of TSH. If you guys are wondering where we're now standing at in this tournament matchup right now, we have a 2-3 score, as you guys can see already on the scoreboard. And that means that if TSH wins 1 more round, they will get the first map in their favor, and they will go into the next map. The next map, so will CDI. So CDCI will also go to there. I should have stated that. But basically, it's a best of 3 maps. And if TSH wins 4, which if they win 1 more, that's going to be 4. And then they will end up taking 1 point in their map score. And then they will go, and then we will all go to the second map. You know what, Anouk? I'm going to go down to you real quick. I'm going to look at you and I want to ask you a question, okay?
Okay.
What are you looking forward to in the finals?
Maybe like to see who wins overall. And then I'm looking forward to people like joining Score Winter because I think that's cooler.
That is true.
Yeah,
That is true. Our
that's
winter
it.
tournament is going to be so much better. For any of you guys who have not been following along this entire time with the startup tournament, we've had quite a few issues, but we also had quite a few awesome moments as well. And ultimately, there's a lot of stuff that we can work on and do better for the upcoming winter tournament, which we already have a lot of things in place and planned out for that. And I hope to see all of you guys there, whether or not you're a competitor, a viewer, a faction leader, a faction representative, whatever it might be. I just hope that you guys are all there to see that, because the winter tournament is going to be awesome.
Yes, it really is.
I'm not exactly sure what's going down now. It looks like the CDCI might be talking with a referee at the moment. I could be wrong, but it does look like TSH might also be talking to a referee, so anything could be happening at this current moment. There might be some accusations going down or whatever it might be. But we're going to have to wait and see.
Use my detective senses.
You're going to use your detective senses?
Mm-hmm. One of them says, "Where are my kids?"
I'm going to go ahead and try to see how both teams are doing once again real fast. Looks like the TSH are ready and set up, though. I could be wrong. But it does kind of look like they're all talking to the referees at the moment. And now a Nuke's down there on the CDCI side and was talking to them as well. In the meantime, we're just going to wait, and I'm going to bring up my opinions on what I think about the current round so far. I gotta say that TSH keeps catching CDCI off guard on those pillars in the middle as they wrap around the outside of it and get one on the far end taken out. If we take a look at the way that this person peeks on the TSH side, they'll normally go around this pillar and they'll try to like peek by pushing up this far, and then they'll take out the CDCI player who's holding down this barricade. And then by the time that this CDCI member reacts, it's a little bit too late, as this person with a scar has already taken out this CDCI member and was able to get back into the cover. So that is a very fascinating play in my opinion, and I think it's really well executed on the TSH side there. But, you know, who knows at this point? Maybe CDCI is expecting those type of plays from this point forward. What's going on down here? They won't remember I said that. Don't worry, I didn't see anything. It looks like TSH is ready. I'm not sure if CDCI is. I'm not really sure.
One of them was asking, "Where is my kids?" And I said I ate them with ranch. And then I told them that we all were their kids. And then they're like, "Where am I? How do I have kids?" and stuff like that. And I said, "Well, as your kid, you should definitely put all of us in your will for $1 billion."
Oh my goodness. Alright, now both teams are officially ready. I don't know what happened there, but that one took a little bit longer, which is understandable. And how's it going to everybody in the chat that I can see saying hello to me? I unfortunately wasn't able to say hello to everyone so far, but I want to say hello to you guys. Here we have the countdown going down now. I'm going to go ahead and get that bird's eye view that we love on this map. It's pretty much the best and only real option to view the map, in my opinion. CDCI and TSH immediately going straight to the middle here. We have two on the mid pillar at the top area here. CDCI not good, noticing that there's a TSH member up there, but if they're going to get a trade here, and it's going to be 2 down for CDCI and 1 down for TSH, as we are now down to a 3 versus 4. That middle is deadly. TSH now pushing up, going to be trying to engage in a fight with the CDCI member up here now, and then they're going to take 1 out on both sides. It's now down to a 2 versus 3, with 3 left alive for TSH and 2 for CDCI. TSH now pushing up a little bit more now as they get to the middle areas, and they're going to be trying to engage in a fight here with the high ground CDCI member. So we have Ryfan who try to fight for their life, and Ryfan will be ultimately taken out. I'm not sure if there was one left alive or not there. I could have been wrong about that. Maybe I missed a casualty or something there. But it does look like there is 3 left alive in favor of TSH. Which means if that's the case, TSH has taken the first map, and we're going to go ahead and go on to map 2. And we're going to have to cut to an intermission real fast. So we'll go ahead and update the scoreboard for you all watching, though, real fast. It's 2-4, and we have TSH with the first round in their favor, as you guys can see on the scoreboard now. I'll see you guys here in a second as we're going to switch to intermission, but I'll continue to talk throughout the intermission. And the reason why we swapped to intermission is so that way I can make sure that everything goes down smoothly as I talk to referees and get things set up between teams and stuff like that. Excellent execution from both sides, though, I've got to say. TSH with that comeback after losing 2 rounds back-to-back and then winning 4 in a row after those 2 rounds was very impressive. And then CDCI's ability to secure those 2 rounds at the very beginning was also extremely impressive as well. I've got to say, it's very nice to watch all of that as well. And what's up, Just a Fellow? Nice to see you in the chat once again. It has been a while in a long... I do agree. Is there anyone that you would like to interview on Nuke?
Let me go see.
Alright, go ahead and take your pick on whom you would like to interview. And it looks like the map is getting rotated as we speak right now, by the way, chat, so you will just have to wait as we quickly get that map rotation in, and the teams will be taking their short-term break here as they wait for the next map as well. Which is why it's intermission. And for any of those of you guys who want to participate in SCAR without having to join a faction or compete competitively, what I can do is, if enough of you guys want it, I'm down to host a not so very competitive version of SCAR for fun as like a game night or a live stream if you guys are down for that. It depends on what you guys say in the chat. You found one? All right, go ahead and TP yourself to me and bring them as well.
Yeah, I don't have a big number down.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and swap to the in-game screen now. Right now, we are going to be interviewing Sky, the team leader of... the team leader of CDCI. I wasn't supposed to be here. Help me get out. Hi, we heard you like muffins. No, I brought you. You were teleported using magic. Yes, I like muffins. If it makes sense. both teams are goated. I agree. Also, what's up, Lucas? What type of muffin is your favorite? That's a good question. What's your favorite? Chocolate. Chocolate's a good choice, but it's gotta be like vanilla with chocolate chip. Oh, chocolate with chocolate chips. The double chocolate.
Yes.
You guys are both the double chocolate fans?
I love chocolate muffins.
It's too sweet for me.
Chalky muffies go burr.
I do like vanilla with chocolate chips, though. That's they didn't finish. Oh lord. I had hope. But now, no! Oh no! They're talking down their own team! Oh no! I completely understand, Just a Fellow. I'm just glad that you were able to stop by the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Yes to a less competitive version of this? I like to hear it. I like to hear it.
Poor people. Something's wrong with their brains.
They're focused on the ball. They're playing on the slide and using the ball. We want the slide. You know what? I think slide. I will bring you one. Sounds good. Sounds good. Wait, no, you should tell them that you'll bring them one if they win a map. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You have to keep hope. I like that much better because I was trolling. Yes. Okay. Slide equals restores morale. Alright.
I'll get those.
TY for the interview. Sky will get your slide soon. Okay, good. It looks like we're gonna be using the SCR once again as our gun here on the pillars map. I accidentally showed you guys the map, but yeah, that's where we're gonna be using pillars. Honestly, pillars and SCR sounds like this might end up going very, very fast. Because the SCR is a very powerful gun, right? And if we're gonna be using a very powerful gun, what we're gonna end up witnessing is we're going to end up witnessing a fast-paced map utilizing a pretty powerful gun. Which sounds like to me a very fast-paced round.
I bring them the slide and then they said, no, we won't lose. Let's go.
Woo, no, we won't lose finally! Keep hope. Honestly, I want to see CDCI pop off now just because of the slide.
All the slide.
And the next thing you know, TSH is going to tell us something that they want, so that way they can do better the next time. They're gonna be like, they want a TSH. Oh, they're gonna want Timothy to join TSH. How much you want to bet?
I will put Timothy on the map.
Just in their spawn. I'm gonna go ahead and give the chat now a nice view of the pillars map. This is what pillars it looks like, as you guys can see here. Everyone in the chat, I want to know what your guys' strategies are, if you guys have any for this type of map here, as you guys are looking at it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a bird's eye view of it as well, so that way you guys can let me know what you guys have in mind for a map like this. For me personally, honestly, it's rushing. I don't know why, but that's just my strat. It's just rush. But then again, if the other team is playing defensive, then it's rush to mid. And then hold down mid. That would probably be my strategy for this map, because it's an awkward type of map in my opinion. So I would say just rush or rush to mid. That's my strategy. What about you, Anoop?
I would just be extremely not defensive, but extremely aggressive. Like, catch them off guard, like, charge, you know?
Speedrun!
This is speedrun the map. Pretend it's Minecraft. You spawn and go another instantly.
I also gotta quickly reset the round score, though, because it is 0-0 in the round score. Both teams are ready now. I'm gonna go ahead and tell the lead referee to hit it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get that bird's eye view that we love to see. This map is a little bit hard to spectate. More hard than the other map sometimes because of the pillars in the middle. Keep in mind, by the way, that cargo was made by the user known as poweringtech_h. That's how you spell their name. And then mine is, this is Pillars map is made by me. We have TSH rushing to the middle already. They're going to be one taken out on the CDCI side. No casualties so far on the TSH side as they push down onto the pillar here. 2 down on CDCI side from what looks like 3 down. 2 left alive on CDCI. 1 getting pushed back on the way out their spawn here. It's going to be Sky, low HP, trying to fight back. And it Payer, well, I'm not sure if it was Payer or if it was, Blakos, but, that's how that ended up going down there. And it looks like the doors weren't closed all the way, so now the TSH is trying to get their way into the enemy spawn. It looks like one of them did. So we have 1, 2, 3. I don't know how many of that alive that was. It looks like it was 3. 1, 2. Was it 3? Pretty sure it was 3, right?
So.
All right, 3 left alive in favor of TSH.
Noble pulled them out. Like, bad. Don't do it again.
Is that what Noble said?
Yeah. He's like, bad.
Shout out to our referees. This is Noble that we're looking at right here. I'm going to give them another shout out because they genuinely deserve it. We have Mr. Myth, also known as Diamond in the Discord. And last but not least, we have Get To, also known as Marshall. Those are our referees for today's live stream as well. Another person saying that there's a voice changer. Nuke's voice is genuine. That is her voice.
I just think it's funny how people think it's a voice changer, but if it was, I would have had to spend like a ton of money or make it myself. And I'm not that smart, okay?
Little do they know that it's actually just my voice pre-recorded. Just heavily edited.
And it doesn't even exist.
You're not supposed to tell them pre-recorded me.
I'm sorry. It slipped. Literally. Oh my god, I can't.
This entire time I've been pretending to have an anime girlfriend. My bad, chat. My bad.
This entire time I am Undead's real voice.
Alright, here on the blue side, we're going to be
Edits it
watching
to be deeper.
TSH as they rush out of their spawn and going straight to middle here. And we're going to have the clash of a century. Not really, actually, because CDCI did not meet them in the middle here. But TSH is going to drop down to the pillars. And then the CDCI are going to try to fight the TSH. And TSH will take out 1 so far on CDCI side. CDCI holding their far back of their spawn. With 3 on the top and then 1 on the bottom there. The 1 on the bottom will immediately get taken out. 2 down. We have 2 left alive for CDCI. TSH is... Oh my lord. A flawless round, I believe. Wait, no, actually, CDCI did manage to take out 1, so it's only 4 left alive for TSH, but the round will go to TSH. Oh, man, that round happened so fast.
Yeah.
Impressive fight from both sides regardless, so I liked the idea behind what CDCI was trying to do. They were trying to hold back on their side of the spawn, but ultimately CDCI had an idea, a plan, and strategized for that to happen right there. Sounds like space magic to me. Listen, it's not easy editing my voice to sound like a female, okay? Especially an anime girl, it's not easy. Isn't that right, pre-recorded me?
Definitely not easy. As soon as you like, I have to spend 7 hours making this voice. 7 hours.
Hey,
Fun.
babe, do you think they're catching on to our bit yet?
Nope.
But yeah, no, Anouk's voice, on a serious note, is not a voice changer. It's just that she has vocal cords that are tiny, I think, or like the folds of her vocal cords are tiny. So she sounds like an anime waifu.
Exactly, like.
Keep in mind, if you have watched anime yourselves, there are some high-pitched females in anime.
There's people who have higher voices than me. I'm like, good god. Like, I don't know.
Although, I will say that it is a rare occurrence that you run into someone with a high-pitched voice, so it makes sense why people might be...
Yeah, it really is. I've been stopped trying to buy video games at, like, GameStops before, and they're like, ma'am, you're gonna have your parents buy this. It's rated R. Like, just
well, let me just get my ID.
Sounds young doesn't mean I don't have an ID, bro. Like,
You would think they get the hair as you are 7 feet tall.
I wish I was 7 feet tall. Good grief.
Let's go ahead and check out the TSH uniforms if they changed it up at all. It looks like they have it. That's okay though, because I actually do like the TSH's uniform. We're gonna go ahead and try to get a good look at CCI's uniform as well. CCI is just rocking the default normal Chaos Insurgency uniform, which is understandable.
It would be funny if I turned out to be like a 6 foot tall old guy.
You're supposed to tell them.
Funny. Oh, but it would be funny, you know, because like I was like, oh my god, she sounds like a kid, and then I turned out to be like 17 years old. That would be so funny. It's like, honey, I'm old enough to be a grandmother or grandfather.
Also, what's up, Nez? Welcome to the live stream. Also, Sia Mohammed, have a great rest of your day. Sounds like Paimon. If we're talking about the English dubbed version of Paimon, that was actually dubbed by Lily Pichu. Well, I can see, yeah, honestly, I can see you sounding somewhat like Lily Pichu, babe.
Let me look up her voice.
Teleportation devices, indeed. The vocal cords are indeed smaller, and also there is a VTuber who has a super high-pitched voice. Exactly, right? Oh yeah, we gotta watch CDCI as they rush out of their spawn here. We're gonna go ahead and get down low and watch them as they rush out that way. They look amazing as always. TSH rushing up onto the middle here, going to hold down the pillar and immediately get into some sort of gunfight with the CDCI side. TSH will have one casualty off the bat here as CDCI is holding other defenses a little bit better this time around. With 5 still left alive on the CDCI side, we have 2 players on the TSH side push up to the pillars. We're gonna have a nice clash here from TSH and CDCI as they clash around this pillar. This pillar is basically what makes it or breaks it, and TSH will have another casualty. We have 5 still left alive on CDCI side as TSH drops down to 3 left alive. CDCI is now going to push up on one of the players, and it's going to be Pair getting down low to HP now, and Pair will also take out one CDCI as it's now 4 versus 2. TSH on probably their last alive actually here. It looks like it's going to be Addicted. Addicted will be taken out, and we have 0 left alive on TSH, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 left alive in CDCI's favor as they take this round. With that, we are now at a 1-2 score for this map. If TSH wins 2 more rounds, they will go ahead and make it to the finals, and CDCI will be eliminated. However, CDCI can take a comeback here and go all the way up and take this map, and then we'll go on to a 3rd map.
Like I've been saying, it can like change in a matter of seconds.
It really can.
Crazy.
Also, Nez, unfortunately for this live stream, as it is a competition, it is a tournament, I am only allowing competitors who are on factions competitive teams, as well as referees, and myself and Anouk into the server at the moment. Yeah, they sound similar. See, people are saying that you sound like Lily Pichu to an extent.
I looked her voice up, but like, to me, my voice sounds a lot deeper than like what I hear, you know, because like everyone says my voice is deep. Well, not deep. Everyone says it's really high, but for me, I don't hear it. Like, I sound normal.
Well, I mean, you would sound normal to yourself, you know. I'm pretty sure even if you had like a super deep voice, you know, I mean, you'd probably think that you sound normal as well.
Yeah, because I've talked to people who have really deep voices, and they say that like their voice to them sounds like just the average like male voice or like the average female voice, because like that's to me what I sound like. It's interesting though.
It looks like TSH might want to call a redo on the round that who won that one? Wasn't it CDCI with 4 left alive? So yeah, TSH wants to call a redo on that one due to them having someone on their team use an ACR. I mean, hold on 1 second. Let me go ahead and swap to intermission really fast. 1 sec. Just gonna quickly swap to intermission. It won't take too long. I'm just gonna quickly figure out what's going on, chat. Why is Anouk's voice so high pitched? You wanna describe it to them how you described it in the Discord?
Hold on.
Alright, so it looks like we're gonna be doing a redo, confirmed by the lead referee. Keep in mind that I let the referees decide on what's going on here because I am not a referee myself, although I wanted to check in to make sure that that's what was actually going down. That's why we swapped to the intermission real fast here. And I'm gonna let Anouk now describe why her voice sounds the way it does.
Oh, sorry. They're throwing a fit about the redo, but it's okay. Like, it's gonna be okay.
The reason why there's a redo, it's just keep in mind that it's the decision of it ultimately comes down to the referees. A team can call for a redo, but the referees are the ones who decide on it. And the reason why TSH called for a redo is because they had a team member using a ACR instead of the SCR, which could have ultimately led to them not dealing as much damage. Keep in mind that CDCI can also call redos if they want to as well. It just has to be somewhat reasonable. There you guys go. I'll read this out loud because Anouk isn't describing her voice, so I'll do it for her. The vocal folds within her vocal cords are much smaller than normal, causing her voice to be higher than normal. There you guys go. That's completely understandable, Inertia. Need a pin why so people to don't keep asking. No, it's fine. Is everything going good down there, Anuki?
Yeah, I'm talking to them.
Okay. So, sorry, but we're having a little bit of a delay here as we quickly figure out what's going down. And don't worry, if you guys are wondering, we're more than likely going to be ending up, changing up the way that the redo system works. But, I'm gonna quickly, confirm with, Diamond real quick to see if the redo is in fact gonna happen. Also, I'm not sure if Chris Sama is in the chat, but they just became a channel member, and I want to say thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I just don't have the fancy stream notifications on for competitive stuff going down, so I really appreciate that. Thank you, Chris Sama. Alright, so let me go ahead and update the score, because it's actually 0-2 at the moment. I hope that this small delay doesn't take too long. But we're making good time, though. Some of the other matchups lasted way longer than this one is currently going. Looks like that both teams are talking to one of the referees here, and I know that Anouk is currently chatting with the CDCI and getting things figured out over on their side. Oh, that was weird. I figured out how to unload the CDC chat. Look at that. Wow. Now Anouk and Noble are floating down there. Look at those guys. How did this even happen? Oh, wait. Look at me. What am I doing? Wait. What? Oh yeah, I guess now's a good time to show you guys what a nuke has done with the locker rooms at really fast here. Well, actually, no, this wasn't a nuke that did the locker rooms. At least not 100%.
No,
it was Marshall or Get To that did the locker rooms, and then the snowman and the snowman was done by you.
Yes, his name's Timothy.
Alright, now we officially have the countdown. Let's go ahead and get that bird's eye view. I hope that both teams are a-okay with the things that are going down right now. Let's go ahead and watch both teams as they rush out of their spawns here, going closer and closer to the middle area as much as possible. They're going to be seeing TSH rush over the nice barricade in the middle here. Going to be hold on to this pillar in the middle area right here on the CDCI side. CDCI hold on to this pillar alongside TSH. TSH is going to be holding down their side of this container in the middle here, but they're going to leave one player on the TSH side and press up against the pillar, who eventually will fall back to the barricade in the middle container area. CDCI holding on these bookshelves primarily, playing more defensive on this scenario. TSH going to be going for a long peek, and it will be immediately taken out as there is going to be 4 left alive for TSH. TSH trying to peek around the corner as much as possible around this pillar. One more down for TSH. We have more TSH trying to peek around corners. It's going to be becoming a little bit more hectic down here. It looks like we have another down for TSH. Looks like there's one left alive for TSH. We're going to go ahead and see who it is real quick. It's Addicted Funds once again in a clutch situation. Will Addicted Funds be able to take one out with them? Addicted Funds will take out one, and it looks like there's going to be 4 left alive in the favor of CDCI. 4 left alive for CDCI. Yeah, 4. Just had to make sure. 4 for CDCI, and they will take that round. Back to 1-2 once again. Every once in a while, I stumble over my words, so I humbly apologize for all that, everyone who's watching. That's my bad. That was a very fast round that time around. But, it's really interesting, honestly. Usually when it comes to the Pillars map, I expect both teams to be very aggressive, or they push up to the middle, or like all the way, and it looks like that's what the TSH side is doing. But because of the excellency that CDCI has mastered in their defensive formations and positions without having too many flanks, they're actually doing pretty well. They're bringing it back to an extent. Keep in mind, by the way, that we actually ended up filling up one of the circles on the TSH side because we did one of their redos, and TSH has 1 redo left, while CDCI has 2 redos left. Alright, let's go ahead and get a very far bird's eye view, just to see everything. The countdown is going, the teams are running, and the guns are roaring to go. Or is it raring to go? I'm not exactly sure. But you know what? I said the word anyways. CCI push up against the pillar, holding down the bookshelves once again. We have TSH push up to the middle here. Go ahead and nuke.
I believe it's roaring.
Roaring? That's what I thought too. We have one TSH that push up to the pillar here. Then we have CCI exactly on the opposite side here. TSH might end up going for a push, but they're going to be shot at from someone holding down on the bookshelf area. They have to be a little bit careful about the bookshelves, as it is possible to stick your arm through the bookshelf and get shot through it if possible, but it doesn't happen that often. TSH trying their best to hold down this middle area on this container and try not to push further than they need to. TSH going to be trading some shots here with CDCI. CDCI is going to be firing back. Very intense here as we hold down this middle area. 2 on the CDCI side that are holding down. TSH pushing up, and then CDCI trying to do a counter push here. TSH pushing back up once again on both sides. Both of the teams will make it out alive with no casualties. Unless there was actually a casualty for TSH, it looks like there might have been. Nope, no, I'm wrong. There's actually 5 still left alive, but there's 1 casualty for CDCI side. And we have another player from TSH pushing up. There's going to be another casualty for CDCI, but 1 for TSH as well. We have 3 left alive for CDCI and 4 for TSH. We have 1 more casualty down for TSH, and now I believe it might even be a 2 versus 3. Sometimes you miss a little bit of the casualties on this map because of how large this freaking pillar is. So I'll try to zoom out a little bit more so that way we can see a little bit more from above. It does indeed look like it is a 3 versus 2 though. CDCI with 3 left alive, 2 left alive in TSH's favor. Well, I mean, not in TSH's favor, but TSH is down to 2. TSH going to be trying to push up this slope here, trying to get down as many peak shots as possible down that little peak there on that slope. But unfortunately, TSH will have a casualty, and they will lose one player on that blue slope on the top side of the high ground. We have one left alive on TSH's side, holding down this slope area in the middle with this container. And I'm going to go down in here and see who they are. It is Steven. Good luck to Steven on this 1 versus 3 clutch if they have to succeed in doing that. I'm going to go ahead and watch the perspective of CDCI as they are now in this 3 versus 1 scenario. And all CDCI has to do is just take one more player out on TSH's side to gain another point in the rounds. They're setting one CDCI side up, and Ryfan will take a little bit of shots and will be able to fall back with not getting too low. And now CDCI are trying to work together to push up a little bit further here, as we have Steven holding down their line, trying to fall back. They're going to take a lot of bullets. They will be low HP. Steven now having to hold down the ground and will immediately being taken out, unfortunately, after falling back. And that's 3 left alive for CDCI, and CDCI will take that round. We are now at 2-2, and they're tied up once again. However, TSH is still leading this matchup with 1 map win. For those of you guys that are just tuning in to this tournament, CDCI lost the first map to TSH with a score of 2-4. So now we are map 2, and right now we are tied at 2-2 rounds. Pillar B too big? I don't think that pillar is too big. I think that it's just an awkward map to play on, which leads to really weird and different strategies that people have to play around, like the pillars in the middle. But I think it makes it more entertaining and interesting to watch as well. Thank you so much, Saint Vulcan, for becoming an Ascendant Nico. Wow. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Also, Blaze Funds, it's okay. I hope that your swim was nice. You legitimately cannot choose a team, to be honest. I mean, if I were to have predicted this, I wouldn't be able to predict either team winning here, because both teams have proven themselves and they are both really solid teams. Just to get as far as the semifinals alone is an impressive feat, considering the fact that we had a bunch of teams competing, and out of all the teams, that when you think of all of their factions, there's a good few of them that were actually big name factions. So it's impressive, to say the least. We're going to go ahead and go back into cinematic view here, and we're going to go ahead and see if the CCI or the TSH swapped uniforms. It doesn't look like the CDCI did, but maybe the TSH did. They did indeed. So here we have their new uniform. We're going to go ahead and inspect Payer's look now. Awesome tournament. Thank you so much, Saint Vulcan. Hold on, I got a PM, even though... what's the score? Alright, one quick moment, chat, as we quickly figure out what is going down here. I gotta go to intermission one last time. It's all... well, not one last time, because I don't know, but going to intermission real fast. How do you get in? You have to be a competitor for a faction, or you have to be a referee. That's pretty much all the only ways to get in. Sorry, by the way, chat, we're quickly figuring out what's going down. As we get to the semifinals and finals, it's just understandable to see both teams that potentially giving accusations to each other and things like that, as they really badly want to win. I can't blame either team for any of it, to say the least, because, I mean, if you go this far in the tournament, you want to win it at this point, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that that's what's necessarily going down here, but I'm not exactly sure what's going down. That's why we're at intermission right now, as I quickly figure out what's going down. Anuki, are you on the floor figuring it out right now?
Yeah.
She is on the floor figuring it out right now, by the way, chat. I apologize for these small little delays of intermissions like this. It's just that there are some issues that do arise every once in a while while in the competition. But that's okay. We normally expect that these tournament matchups to go for up to 2 hours at most. I won't be able to read chat for a second here as I quickly look through one thing, by the way, chat. So I gotta look at this real quick, figure out what's going down. Alright, hold on. I gotta quickly PM you a nuke. Like actual, like, physical DM real quick. Alright, chat, we're quickly getting this figured out to the best of our ability. It's a little bit messy. I'm not sure if we'll talk about what exactly went down after it's all over, but we're gonna figure it out to as fast as we possibly can. We also had someone disconnect on the CDCI side, so we're also getting that in place as well. We're trying to get we gave CDCI a little bit of time to get a fifth. What food do I eat? Lots of different foods to a point. To be honest, it depends on what it is. I can't eat seafood though. It looks like we're still figuring things out, by the way, chat. I apologize. Anuki, how close are we getting being back and ready?
Well, the problem is like I have screenshots of someone talking in the TSH Discord, and they're basically trying to bribe somebody, and it's the ATZ person.
Bribe who? What?
They're trying to bribe a TSH member to play for them instead.
That's probably for the memes, but I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah. Because apparently somebody went into the TSH Discord and was being rude.
How am I on this perfect night? I'm doing pretty well, honestly. But we're figuring things out still, but chat. By the way, I've had you unmuted this entire time on stream. I just hope you know that. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you knew that. Okay, so... No, you didn't. No, none of you guys are missing anything. We're just figuring things out at the moment. Right now, the score is tied 2-2 for rounds at the moment. We're just quickly, we're figuring out a little bit of a mess because both teams really badly want to win. Some issues happened, and then there was a little bit of toxicity from both of the teams. And honestly, if both of these teams are going to act like toxic or rude to one another, we may just automatically give the finalist win and victor overall of the tournament to COTBG. So if one of these teams wants to win, you know, a chance at winning and succeeding overall, they both gotta stop. Because here's the problem, chat, okay? There has been stuff from both sides doing something wrong. That's about all the information I know at the moment. Can you figure out who the leader of CDCI is going to be for now? Okay, so Azorius is going to be the team leader now? I mean... Is Ats going to be the team leader now for CCI?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, they have mod now. Alright, it looks like we are now getting back into it. It looks like the CDCI were able to get someone to come in as their substitute, and unfortunately CDCI had a big issue right there because they lost their team leader randomly, which was the biggest issue that happened in this entire scenario, other than a little bit of some back and forth fighting between CDCI and TSH for a very small margin of time. And I don't think it got too serious or out of hand, did it, Anouk?
It was getting there.
So it was building up, but it didn't get there yet, right?
No, it was really building up and it's about to like you know how when you boil water and then the water's about to like go over the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that. And I had to grab the pen. I was like, no, 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 you don't, you know. And I had to put it on the backbone.
So everything should be fine now. Looks like we're getting back on the road, so we're going to go ahead and get started here momentarily as well. But CDCI was able to get their replacement team member, and they also now have their new team leader who is going to be leading CDCI for the time being, because Sky unfortunately disconnected. It's going to be at Azorius. Now I'm going to go ahead and swap back to the in-game screen. Keep going.
I already talked to them about being nice.
Good.
That's like something we all need to talk about here. Like, how hard is it to be nice and respectful? It's
we completely understand that all like most teams that go into these tournaments, they want to win or they want to show that they can have a some sort of skill, right? So we completely understand the drive and motivation and the want and need to win. Like we know that feel, like we understand. But toxicity ain't the way to go. Alright, TSH and CDCI now rushing up to the middle here. TSH gonna be holding down their same area. We're trying to be pushing up against this pillar here. TSH immediately peeking, but they're not gonna be able to capitalize off of that. And I don't think CDCI is gonna capitalize off of it either. TSH going around the corner, gonna be dropping one. One is now low for CCI as well. It doesn't look like any one casualty on both sides, actually. It's now down to a 4v4, I believe. TSH now pushing up, taking another one out. CDCI will trade on that casualty there, but then another one will be taken out. We have 2 left alive, I believe, for CDCI against like 4 TSH, maybe. We have 1 left alive for CDCI, and they will immediately be taken out. Now we have 2 left alive in favor of TSH. This is why I say that this map is very fast-paced. This is how close we're talking about right now, chat, okay? If TSH wins one more round, they will be going forward straight into the finals against COTBG. Otherwise, CCI can get a comeback and win 2 rounds in a row and immediately go into the third map for this matchup, and the third map will determine who goes forward. TSH dancing and getting ready for the upcoming round as we have a Kiwi showing their moves. I'm going to go ahead and check out CCI side here. And they're motivating each other now. I like to see it. I like to see CCI trying to hype each other up. In the meantime, though, we're going to go ahead and wait for the lead referee to let us know that we are ready to go. And it looks like we just got the PM recently. And I'm going to go ahead and say to hit it. When the timer pops up, we're going to go ahead and go in a cinematic view and give a nice bird's eye view as we watch both of the teams rush to the middle to a clash. And it looks like CDCI is going for the more defensive positioning and formation here, and TSH is slowly but surely adapting to that defensive playstyle that CDCI is having. So we're going to have to wait and see where this will go, as they are both adapting to each other's playstyles from the looks of it. CDCI holding down a little bit less on the middle pillar here and trying to fall a little bit further back into the bookshelves as they trade bullets with TSH. TSH now holding down the pillar and about to get ready to push here. We have 4 just locked in between these bookshelf areas here. 2 now on the pillars. TSH are going to be trying to peek and get some bullets off. Then the TSH will be falling back all the way to the containers. And we have TSH now falling back a little bit more as a CDCI pushed up, but CDCI fell back once more. Now TSH is pushing forward a bit more, and we have one TSH member who is on low HP now. And I don't think that there was any casualties on either sides yet until now, where TSH lost 1 member now on this round. We have CCI now pushing up to the high ground. They're going to be getting into a fight here. TSH will have another casualty as CCI pushes up. CCI will lose 1. 4 left alive for CDCI against the last 2 on the TSH side. We have Addicted Funds and Kiwi, who are now getting pushed out from both sides. They're going to have 1 CCI go down. The TSH will take out 1. Can Kiwi get any more? He will be taken out, unfortunately. And there's going to be 3 left alive in favor of CDCI.
This, like, match just keeps going back and forth.
It really is. So now CDCI has 1 round left to win if they want to go on to map 3, where they will have a chance at going forward into the finals. However, if TSH wins 1 more round themselves, they go to the finals. So it's going to be really, really intense here, as CDCI can make the score 1-1, or TSH can go forward and eliminate CDCI. This round is what it comes down to here, and I'm both excited and not excited for it, if I'm honest. Because it's one of those matchups that's genuinely scary to me, because I don't want a team to get eliminated, and I feel like both teams deserve to win at the same time. So it's hard for me to make to feel a certain way about this scenario, but all good things must come to an end, and one of these teams has to come out of this victorious. Here we have CDCI on their side. Looks like they're getting ready, or are already ready. We have TSH at the ready as well. And now we wait for the lead referee to let us know that both sides are ready to go down in this fight. I'm wondering what to expect here from both sides now, as TSH and CDCI both may have a little bit of a change of a strategy here, as it's a severely important round for both sides. I feel like at this point, it comes down to whoever wants it more.
This is like make or break. Wait, after this one, do we go to the next map, or...?
Depends on who wins. If CDCI wins, we go to map 3. If TSH wins, it's over.
Yeah, they really just want to slide.
That's how intense it's gotten. All right, the lead referee has PM'd me, and I said, let's go and let's hit it. And we're about to get into a very intense fight here. And we have some people in the chat chanting for the people that they want to win. I like to see the team support there. Fans are supporting either side of the teams here. It comes down to this. It's going to be very intense here. I don't know how to feel. It's so intense. I'm nervous. TSH is going to be holding up their more defensive side as well. Now, CDCI is going to be the people a little bit more on the aggressive here as they push up to the middle container area. TSH has actually won on this map before, playing more defensive, so this is going to be pretty interesting to see if they can hold down that defensive ability that they once had on this map beforehand. Earlier on in this matchup, they were actually the aggressors, and now TSH has to figure out a way to play defensive, and they actually already take out one CDCI who ended up pushing alone. We have 4 left alive for CDCI as they hold down their bookshelves on their half of the map, but TSH is also holding down theirs at the same time. TSH now pushing up a little bit more as they feel a little bit more comfortable with one of the casualties being on the CDCI side here. TSH gaining that confidence. They're trying to build up that push on the CDCI side as CDCI will take a peek and try to take out a TSH as they're holding down that barricade, but ultimately it's not going to work out too well in either favor. But it looks like they will have 1 casualty on both sides in that little clash there. 3 left alive for CDCI and 4 for TSH. TSH now pushing up, going to try to take out one, but will ultimately get taken out. It's now 3 versus 3. It's now tied with people left alive. We're going to have a little bit of a scuffle there on that ramp between the TSH and CDCI members. TSH now going to be pushing up onto the top of that high ground, trying to take their best to shoot down onto the CDCI members that are left alive, but it's really, really close here in a 3 versus 3 situation. We have 1 far back on the CDCI side, 2 push up towards the middle, 1 on the bookshelf, 1 down already for CCI, 2 left alive for CCI. The 2 remaining members are Azorius and Rayfan. Azorius and Rayfan will take out one of the TSH members. TSH are now trying to scuffle around with the pillar with Azorius. Azorius and Rayfan trying to work together to fight. Oh no, Azorius is taking out Rayfan left alive. Rayfan will get taken out, and the matchup will go to TSH with the final round having 2 left alive in favor of TSH. Oh my lord! What a round! I have goosebumps! Literal goosebumps! That was so intense at the very end there. TSH will take it 2-0. Barely coming out of that one alive with 2 left alive. Oh my lord! Stay tuned, everyone, though, that's watching, as we like to do one very nice thing at the end of these matchups. So I'm going to go ahead and swap to intermission as we quickly get that set up. Oh my lord! That is, unless someone calls a redo. If that's the case, I'm going to cry, chat. Anyways, let me go ahead and see how things are going. I'm going to double check and see if they're getting set up for that. I gotta say, really, really great job on both sides, though. I'm legitimately, like, I'm taken aback by the skill on both sides. I wouldn't want to be caught in a public server alone against either of these factions. Seriously, it's terrifying. Oh my goodness gracious. The intensity, the drive, the fire, the practice and training, the watching other people's competition VODs, the preparation just leading up to the semifinals alone between these 2 factions has been crazy. Great job, amazing job to both sides, regardless of anything. Regardless of what team you guys were siding on in the chat, we cannot deny that both teams definitely came here to fight. And CDCI did not go down without a fight either. Seriously, I'm impressed. I've got to say, watching both of the teams compete that hard, it was wonderful to watch. Which is why I got goosebumps in the first place, okay? That matchup got so intense at the very end there. Oh my lord. I'm gonna go ahead and double check on how teams are going here.
Give them all 2 sides.
Looks like they are getting set up as we speak real fast. We're gonna do this nice ending thing that we like to do, chat. It's a wonderful. If you guys don't know what it is, it's awesome. You know what, Nook? You've been quiet. I want to know what was going through your head at that final little fight there. That final round that determined the victory for TSH.
Well, I kept getting DMs from people being mean to each other, and I'm like, I was getting sad because, like, why is everyone being so mean? Like, it's a game. Come on, guys, let's support each other, like, regardless of what happens.
I'm just going to say this
support each
now.
other.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to say this now, too, though, right? To add on to what she said, I need to make sure that this is clear without a shadow of a doubt, okay? No matter who you are within this community, no matter what team you're on, no matter what faction you're in, we are all a part of the same SCP roleplay community. So let's make sure that the people on the outside who look into our community can see the good inside all of us. Because here's the thing, I know genuinely deep on the inside of most people out there, there's good. Okay?
Everybody, there's good. Like, regardless of how tough and mean you think, like, there's a nice part in you, okay? Like, that's the reason why you smile or laugh at some jokes every once in a while, okay? There's good in you, so shut up and be good.
Great job to both teams. Seriously. Both deserve to be in the semifinals. And I feel like both would have even deserved to be in the finals. But, like I've already said before, only one team can come out of it victorious.
You know what we should do? We should make it to where, like, the last 3 teams competing face off in, like, I don't
A 1v1v1?
know, like, yes! Where, like, all 3 teams go against each other at the same time. You know how cool that would be?
It would be pretty interesting.
I would love that.
Hold on, I gotta quickly check this one thing out real fast.
Everything good?
Yeah, it looks like things are good, except for, hold on, I'll tag you in it, okay? Well, actually, hold on. It just, I don't know, it makes me sad to still see that there's toxicity between the factions, even after one team won there. I'm gonna quickly check with the leading referee to see if we're good though. Let me go ahead and see what's going on. Sorry about this, chat. We're trying to do the cool thing that we like to do at the end, but there's a little bit of a mess going on apparently. One sec. Hold on, I'm gonna DM you a nuke. All right, hold on. It looks like our lead referee also just DC'd real quick, so I'm gonna get it set up real quick. Okay. Now we're finally going into the final thing that we can finally show off here. And I'm going to go ahead and swap to the in-game screen. We're going to go ahead and invite both of the teams back out onto the stage here for the thing that we like to call the keycard shake. And both doors are opening to let out both of the teams. And I still got to say, I really like the outfits for both sides. They look so good. They look really good. Yes. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give a nice keycard shake to all of the players here because they deserve a nice keycard shake. This is what we like to do at the very end here, as we like to show a little bit of that sportsmanship to one another. Oh, it does. There we go. I was about to say it doesn't look like I'm getting a keycard shake. There we go. All right, now we're gonna go on to this side, and I'm gonna keycard shake the TSH as well. Both teams did an excellent job. There we go. I was able to handshake all of them. And now I want them to all shake each other's hands now. There they go, shaking each other's key cards. And that's what I like to see. I like to see the sportsmanship at the very end here. I really hope that I don't see any more toxicity or hear about any more toxicity as an outcome from this because of how rough it got around the edges there. But, yeah. If you're a CDCI competitive member or a TSH competitive member and you guys are listening to this, just please remember that regardless of what side you were on, we're part of the same community. Okay? Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and look you guys in the eyes now. Anouk, what time is the next, is tomorrow's tournament matchup? It's the final.
Tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST.
Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, you guys heard it here. We are gonna be seeing TSH face off against the COTBG faction. And it's going to be very intense as whoever wins that determines victory over the startup tourney. And then we're going to go ahead and go on a hiatus, a small little break from SCR tournament stuff until the winter tournament comes around. Huge thank you to our referees, as this wouldn't have been possible without them. Huge thank you to the participating factions, CDCI and TSH. Please check them out if you guys want to in the description of this live stream. And I can't wait to see all of you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!